What's up, guys? This is Zero. I'm doing another episode of Kerbal Space Program. In this episode, I'm going to do the Asteroid redirect mission. So, as you can see, I'm building a ship. It's on like 1,000,000 times normal speed, so that you don't have to watch me spend an hour trying to build a stupid ship to get up there. But this is going to do it, and it's going to do it quite well. So, yep, now we're going to launch this bad boy. Oops, did I just... Okay, there we go. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so here we go. The Rock 1. And we're off. I love the new parts. They're awesome. I like the really long SRBs. I love the sound that they make. I like the giant tanks that you can make, because you can make them look like Saturn V rockets and just make it look super over the top, huge, and awesome. This is me just messing around with the camera views because I figured it out lately and get some really sweet angles to ascend to. Yeah, so the asteroid redirect mission is going to be a lot of fun. The asteroids are just amazing things to just mess around with, whether you want to build a base on it, whether you want to like attach two of them together. It's really awesome. It's not that much different from a regular intercept, especially the way that I do it. I know there's a lot of people out there that just like fly straight towards it the best they can and then kill all their velocity. But I get a nice little orbit going, and then it's almost like a regular redirect. Although the difference in speed is a lot, because it's in an escape trajectory velocity, so when you have to cancel out your speed, you have to kill a lot of velocity. That's really hard to do with the nuclear engines. So unfortunately, this amount of fuel isn't going to be enough to give me stupid amount of delta V, but it is enough to do the mission. But so yeah, we're just going up to 11,000, starting our gravity turn very slowly. We're going to be able to get up there and put it in a nice orbit. You will notice that the orbits are not going to be the same. This is a equator orbit, when in actuality I need to do a polar orbit, so we're gonna fix that later. But I got a nice chunk of RCS on there because it's a large ship, and when we're in space I want to be able to move it around. That'll make my life way easier than trying to slowly rotate for hours just trying to turn the ship around. You can see the Mun right there in the background. Curvature of Kerbin going up into the black. It's a little wobbly here, but stabilize it shortly. 22,000 kilometers up, starting to really turn over there towards 90, about 45 degrees. We're going to continue that arc until we're upwards of obviously 70,000 kilometers, because that's where we want to be. And there's the stars starting to appear in the background. But so the arm thing is really awesome. It's going to make for some cool gameplay when we get the next update that's going to come out with the... what is it? It's not the multiplayer, no. It's the contracts. So, in addition to what we already have in terms of in science, you're going to get contracts to get money, and you're going to have to buy the parts. You're going to have to do research to get more money, to get parts. It's going to make gameplay a lot more interesting, a lot more difficult, and that's probably why it's relatively appealing to me. But, alright, there we go. We're apoapse of 75,000. Just going to drift and enjoy the view. We're going to fast forward to our apoapse soon. Just going to fast forward there, and then we're going to thrust up and circularize our orbit. This is me just admiring Kerbin. I do like the cloud mod, and I kind of really want it, but I'm pretty sure Squad knows that it looks amazing, and they're probably going to do an official one. That's my guess. So, just a quick fast forward to our apoapse. And thrust up, and oh god. Yeah, so physical time warp. Totally forgot to turn that off. Let's play with the arm here, but god damn it. That's, well, that's Kerbal for you. So let's go EVA. Ah. Oh god. And yeah, so we're gonna redo that for sure. Alright, now after going into a polar orbit, we now have an intercept with the asteroid. I know it seems as though I skipped a lot, but really, honestly, the only thing you were missing is me just playing with maneuver node until I actually got an intercept, and me doing a lot of fast forwarding, waiting for the asteroid to catch up. So as you notice, the asteroid is going to go south of Kerbin in a very fast escape trajectory. So I need to increase my apoapse to meet up with that at the right moment, and then drastically increase my speed to then have an escape velocity. So it's going to take a lot of delta V, and there's a huge difference between the asteroid and my speed, so I need to kill that and manage to keep my intercept with the asteroid. Get a nice little polar view. It's always nice to see different views from polar orbits. Are always really cool because you never really get in the dark. Sun's always on one side of the ship. However, I decided for whatever reason to stay looking at the dark side because, you know, I like silhouettes. Why not? And now this is me looking for it. Okay, there we go. There's Kerbin. There's the Mun. And I'm just thrusting up real quick just to test to make sure that my estimated burn tells me exactly how, or at least estimates how long I need to do this burn for. And it estimates about a minute, so I'm going to burn it 2 minutes just to... Probably should have realized that. Should have just burned it 30 seconds, but that's fine. Whatever, it'll do. Burn! Yeah, those nuclear engines aren't going to do much, but this is at 2 times regular speed. And back down to 1, and no more meters a second, we're good. And then, there we go, our intercept is way off, so now we have to do another correctional burn. It's going to take a couple little tweaks here and there. And there we go. Let's see. About 9 kilometers separation. That's relatively easy to fix. There we go, just a little bit more tweaks there. And yeah, see, this is, I literally cut a clip that was like 20 minutes long of me just tweening nodes just to get where I needed to go. So I didn't want to make the video too long because I selected all the video clips that I had and it said like 38 minutes. I was like, I gotta cut this down. So we're just gonna burn, increase our apoapse just a little bit more and decrease the separation. You notice I cancel the node so it's not in my way anymore. And then I just slowly burn until, and yeah, I'm just gonna see more nodes, more nodes. Da-da-da. Nodes for the win. But yeah, I didn't have enough time to do a lot with this mission, so I will do another mission to the asteroid now that I have it in, or that I will have it in a nice stable Kerbin orbit, albeit a polar one, but that's fine. So just a little bit more burning here. This is where I'm killing off all my velocity. There was over 900 meters a second difference between my target and me, but I still have to kill off 600 meters a second with nuclear engines, which will take a while to do. And as I do this and make sure that my nodes are all facing exactly on top of each other as my target, I will decrease the separation between my ship and the asteroid to almost down to 0.2 kilometers. So, yep, just going to fast forward a little bit more. Burn it, kill off a little bit more velocity, adjust my trajectory so that I am facing at the asteroid. See that, notice my node is not exactly on my direction. I'm pushing it towards the pink node right there to get it so that I'm going to intercept the asteroid, almost hitting it. But there we go, 0.4 kilometers, almost down to, oh, yeah, there we go, now it's 0.4. Just gonna keep burning off that velocity, got 300 more meters a second to kill off. Yeah, keep burning. Fast forward, burn. See, we're doing 3 times normal speed because I hate waiting for nuclear engines. It's like 3-minute burns just to slow down. But there we go. 0.2 separation. 200 meters a second is relatively easy to kill off with nuclear engines, so we don't have to worry about it too bad. But, yep, fast forward and do the same thing. Kill off a couple more meters a second just so that we're making sure that we're going to intercept it and not fly screaming past the asteroid. This is where everything goes to hell. It doesn't know if I'm leaving Kerbin. It doesn't know what I'm trying to do. It doesn't know anything at all. It thinks my intercept is going to happen outside of the sphere of influence, when in actuality it's happening right as we speak. And I have the map view up, so I can't see this. But I do know that I only have 78 meters a second left to burn off. And I'm looking around, and it's probably right next to me. There it is. And I realize, oh god, it's going 75 meters a second away from me. So now I drastically burn towards it. It flies past me, but it's still within a kilometer of it by the time we stop our velocity. So now I gotta increase my velocity towards the target, go all the way down to 0, and then increase to 15. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm flying towards it. And now I gotta whip it around and make sure that I don't smack into the asteroid. So that could have went slightly better, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I did use a lot of fuel to do it though. But I have enough to direct this asteroid into a nice polar orbit. So let's just float over here. Da-da-da. Who do we have? We have Durlo, Kerbin, and Bob. What a perfect team. You know, I put those lights on there, and I just realized that I never used them. But that's fine. You know, from the video that they made for the ARM redirect mission, they have the little trailers that they do. I really wish that they actually had a particle effect for when the claw actually grabbed the asteroid, so a couple little rocks come out. It's actually really easy to do with the Unity engine. I just wish they did it. It's literally a 5-minute thing. It's not even that hard. So on contact, create particle effect rocks, and it would look like, it would just be that more level of polish, and I think it would look awesome. But there we go. Just grab the asteroid. And now here comes the hard part of just kind of angling the center of mass correctly and then burning with nuclear engines and trying to slow this thing down. This is a C-class asteroid, so I believe it's the 3rd to largest. But yeah, at any rate. I don't know why people like renaming the asteroids. I like the ACB blah blah blah, because that's pretty much how asteroids are actually named. You know, it's not the Doomsayer or something. Like, I find that ridiculous and uncool. So, I don't realize what just happened here. So this, I probably just cut the video. So this is now in the polar orbit, and I am completely out of fuel. But for that first try, that I've never done the ARM mission before, but like I said, it's like a simple intercept, and now I can do a nice, simple polar intercept using not nearly as much fuel, rescue the crew from the asteroid, and bring it in closer for study. I may even take that vessel that is on there now, detach it, and somehow bring it back to Kerbin, because it doesn't have any fuel, and we can mess around with it and play with asteroids. But yeah, I'm just gonna fly around and look at it, and I wish you could land on it, like maybe put some mag boots on your Kerbal. That'd be pretty awesome, as I bounce right off of it. Plant flags, or I know you can collect samples, but I wish you could plant a flag. That'd be awesome. Because that's what Kerbals do. They don't care about anything except for planting flags. And this is as close as I could get to landing on it. just standing on a giant cold rock above Kerbin. I think this is Bob. I don't remember who I took out, but that's fine. The Rock 2 center of mass target. Oh, okay. It's just setting the target for the asteroid. But that was a lot of fun. I've never done it before, but I can only imagine the stuff that I'm going to be able to do with this thing. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Kerbal Space Program. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode.